All right, so we're going to create one of these drawings as a guide and a reference for your colors or for your lines. So I need you to start on a clean sheet in your sketchbook with a horizontal page. So it needs to be side to side, not up and down. We're going to start by adding a horizon line and then add a vanishing point, and we're going to label those two things. So write vanishing point here, and then write horizon line. Okay, so we're going to have three different types of lines. We're going to have a horizon line that we're going to have all of our horizontal lines are going to be red. And then we're also going to have parallel lines and orthogonal lines, or we'll just write ortho. And then those are going to be, the ortho lines are going to be blue, and the parallel lines are going to be green. So we're going to start by drawing 3 squares, okay? You have to use your ruler, and you have to make sure these lines are straight and parallel, okay? So it's not going to work in perspective if it's not a square. So draw your horizontal lines even with the horizon line. They should be parallel. And then draw your vertical lines straight up and down. And all of those are parallel lines. So we're going to just go ahead and outline those with our green just to start. So with your green colored pencil, just trace over those lines. So all of those lines are on parallel either to each other or to the horizon line. So our horizontal lines need to be straight. See that if it's crooked at an angle, it's not parallel, okay? So you're literally just going to slide your ruler down, and same thing with your vertical lines. You're going to slide your ruler across. They should be perpendicular to the horizontal line, but they should be parallel to each other, okay? So we're going to do another square on the line. Again, make sure your lines are nice and straight. So they can be crooked even if you are using a ruler, right? So make sure they're perfectly parallel up and down and horizontal. And we're going to put one up here above the horizon line. So we have 3 different angles that we're looking at our boxes. Okay? So you can also go ahead, those are all on the same plane. Those are all parallel lines. So you can go ahead and outline those with your green marker or your colored pencil. All right. So now we're going to do our ortho lines or our perspective lines, vanishing lines, okay? So these are going to go from each corner of your square back to the vanishing point. You want to imagine that these lines are disappearing off of the horizon, okay? So your ruler should always stay on the vanishing point, and it should just pivot to each corner of your square. All right. So now some of the lines that are going through the square, if you want to draw them solid, that's fine. Just make them lighter. If you want to, you can make them dashed like this so that we know that those get erased, but we can just start by drawing them there. So go ahead and do all four. Go ahead and do all 3 squares with your lines from the corner to the vanishing point. Okay, this one, there are 2 lines that are inside, so I'm going to make both of those dashed lines. Okay. And then I'm going to do my upper square here, down to the vanishing point. Make sure they line up to the vanishing point, down to the vanishing point, and then my next line goes through my square. Okay, so now we need to take these from squares that go on forever to a cube, all right? So a cube has 6 sides. This would be 1. This would be 2 on the bottom. 3 would be the side. 4 would be the back side. Okay, so like if you were looking from the other angle, 5 is the top and 6 would be the opposite side. So of those 6 sides, we're only going to see 3 sides. We're looking at 1, 3, and 5, okay? So in order to make it a cube, you need to pull these parallel lines straight back, okay? They still have to be parallel. So you still have to make sure that when you pull them back, they are straight up and down. Okay, so you're sliding your ruler and literally just drawing the same line up and down. Same thing horizontally, slide your ruler back and draw the line across. So I'm going to do this one as a cube so that you can just kind of see where I'm going with this, but you want to make sure that the lines line up from corner to corner. Okay, so when you're drawing your second set of lines, just be sure that the square in the back side is actually matched up. So there's a cube, okay? We're seeing all 3 sides, and then the invisible sides are kind of on the dotted lines. So go ahead and outline that or trace over it with your green, and then your orthogonal lines are going to be the lines that go back to the vanishing point. So those are going to be our blue lines, okay? We can erase everything that's on the inside of your square, and then everything that's on the outside of your square. And then you have a cube, okay? So I'm not going to talk through the rest of them. You should kind of know at this point like which lines go where, and if you need to watch the video again and use it as a reference, or watch it and just do exactly what I'm doing to draw them the right way. But you're literally just pulling the lines straight back and repeating the lines, okay? So the color coding hopefully will help you. I should be able to erase that pink line. I shouldn't have drawn that all the way across. Anyway, so that should help you be able to realize what lines are supposed to be going in which direction. And then when you do these 3 on your own and you're finished with your sketch, you're going to go to the next video, which is done by a different art instructor who has like a virtual kind of online video tutorial. And you're going to follow along with him and do the same thing you just did. So you're going to draw a building with windows and doors and a road and all of those things. And when you are finished, you're going to have to make sure that you upload your pictures so that I can see what you've done during class. So take a picture with your Chromebook, upload it into the assignment that I posted, and then I will see you Wednesday.